No, don't you cry for me.
The Reckless Ray, the Reckless Power Hour, Power Hour,
Hell, blaze that shit up. No, what are you doing? Give those back, Auggie. They're mine.
Damn it, Ray. Put it down. That's enough. You're not getting back your talking points or notes or whatever the hell this is you wrote down. I'm gonna be running the show's PSA for Black History
You don't
Month.
know a damn thing about the brothers out there, Auggie. And I ain't gonna sit idly by and watch this important message turn into some white bread mumbo jumbo of yours, droning on about the social injustice with your array of woefully temperate cliches. The thing is, I just think, so on and so forth. Listen, folks, here's the deal. White bread if I've ever heard it.
Yes, well maybe I don't know anything about their struggles, but I'm pretty sure I know about the same as you do, given that we're both white males from privileged backgrounds. But at the very least, I don't pretend to piss off the listeners like you do seemingly year after year during our Black History Month special.
Shit. Brother ain't done a damn thing.
Yeah, and that's another thing. There's not going to be any ethnic slang this year or you blatantly pandering to a group of people you know nothing about. Every February, you suddenly start saying brother this and brother that. We've had a list of complaints the last 2 years about Black History episode, and it's not going to happen again.
Shit. White man always trying to bring me down.
Adding to the list, black people don't start every sentence with shit. And for the last time, you're white, so just knock it off. Winston said I'm running point on this one, so that means I'm taking the lead, and we will not be letting you go stream of consciousness with your talking points. I mean, this crib sheet is absurd. It's just a bunch of random things written down in Sharpie about you're clearly lacking in any insight into the black community. And quite frankly, just stereotypical and racist. The only thing on here that really seems appropriate is your tribute to Apollo Creed, which I did find touching.
Shit. Brother can't catch a break.
Enough, Ray.
You wanna know who's been complaining about all this? It's not even black people. It's Ivy League grad students rallying around AOC and the like in some fairy tale dream world. If they could bitch about what they don't know anything about, I can do what I want to raise awareness for the brothers out there. I don't understand why we can't just let me unleash my inner black man. Damn it, Auggie, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Nope, not this year. There will be no referencing 90s rap or slang statements about life in the hood. This year I thought we'd actually take some responsibility for the show, do what we say, and bring on Reverend Jeffries. Yes, you're Reverend from Southern Baptist. Still not exactly sure the backstory of why or how you started attending service there, but we're going to have Reverend Jeffries on to help give us his thoughts and hopefully some insight on the black community.
Yeah, this PSA has sex appeal all over it. A guy who's more vanilla than a plain white envelope, jammering on about the plight of African American communities along with a reverend. Like you know a damn thing about what it's like to be a shorty.
Well, again, I admit I don't, and that's why we're having Reverend Jeffries on to hopefully have some dialogue and discussion and learn more about the black community. And I think I'll just go ahead and cross this little gem off your list right now of race talking points. Number 4, shorty.
What the hell for? It's a perfectly valid talking point for the black folks out there.
For starters, I don't think you even know what a shorty is.
It's a fine-ass hoe, Auggie. As in, after this episode, Ray is gonna go tap that fine-ass shorty, Jasmine.
No, see, you're just making things up. I don't think that's what a shorty is at all. I'm pretty sure a shorty is a young African-American male.
Now why in the hell would Ray be tapping a young African-American male, Auggie? That doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, time out. We have the good Reverend here, so I think it's time we get him in here and we'll have an honest discussion about the etymology of the term.
Good, bring him out here. And he's gonna say, damn, Ray, last time I saw you in church, you was with a fine-ass shorty.
I'm fairly certain the Reverend will not say those words, but he's here, so let's mic him up and see what he has to say.
Ray, my brother, good to see you again. Auggie, thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here, Rev. Mr. Jeffers, sir. I'm sorry, I don't know what to call you.
What, 'cause I'm a black man?
No, I mean you're a Reverend. Is it Father? I'm sorry.
It's all right, relax, Auggie. I'm just playing with you, brother. Rev is fine.
Okay, great. Rev, got it. Well, Rev, I'm not sure if you heard on the way in, but Ray and I were just having a discussion about the etymology of the phrase shorty. There seems to be a bit of a discrepancy about the meaning. Could you clarify for us?
Yeah, I heard. And Ray, I really wish you'd tamp down on the coarse language. We've talked about that during our one-on-ones.
Hey, for you, Rev, anything. But can you please straighten Auggie out on this whole shorty thing?
Actually, the term shorty can have multiple meanings. Ray's use, albeit somewhat derogatory, is one of the most common uses of the term. However, it can also refer to a man or even a kid, depending on context.
Interesting.
It's kind of like Guido saying forget about it.
You mean Italian Americans?
Sure, why not? Anyway, it's like the Itai saying forget about it. Lots of different meanings, you know? Maybe they're like saying, these sausage peppers are really good. Forget about it. Or maybe someone's making fun of someone and says, yo, Ray, you got a small pecker. And Ray says, forget about it.
Hey, nice Donnie Brasco reference, Rev.
I thought you'd like that, Ray. But it's the same thing with Shorty. That Shorty was looking good at the party. Or damn, that Shorty just got wrapped up in the dealing game.
Okay, I hear that.
I hear that? Is that what you just said? I hear that? The was that, Auggie?
Just because I'm a black man?
I'm sorry, I'm just flustered. I'm not sure we're supposed to be talking about this, and then you said Guidos. You know what? My bad. Maybe we could just move on.
I hear that. What an idiot. And no, we're presenting Shaft today.
Okay, I said I'm sorry. I really am. I think we can just move on.
Whatever you say there, Dr. J, take us away again. And you go to another item there on my crib sheet.
Because your crib sheet is racist. I mean, next up, fried chicken, racist. This one is saying, once you go back, you never go. Okay, and I'm not even going to finish the sentence. Most of these are just outrageous and ignorant. I mean, honestly, white bitches be tripping. Why on earth would you think it's appropriate to have that written down as something to talk about on this show?
Well now, Auggie, sometimes white bitches do in fact be tripping.
Damn straight, Rev. I got this white bitch right now.
Ray!
I got this white gal now, Sephora. A real B-word, Rev. Real pain in my backside, if you know what I mean.
For context, Rev, Sephora is our new guest host.
Oh,
on
I
the show.
see, I see. Why isn't she here today?
We, or I, thought it would be best to ease her into the role, and this Black History Month episode is always tough enough to get through with Ray alone. It has a history of carrying a certain level of volatility with it, if you know what I mean. I thought it would be best to keep the two separated for this piece.
I see. Makes sense.
If she's anything like our old co-host Kelly, she would have undoubtedly caused just as many problems as Ray does. We lost a few sponsors a couple years back because Kelly went off on an indignant tangent about the downfall of American society just because Hulu featured Hitch in its Black History Month.
Hitch, you say? Oh, that's a good movie. I love that Kevin James. That's a funny-ass honky right there.
Right, I know. You know, we were talking Hitch and Will Smith long before Will bitch slapped that other black fella. Always cutting edge around here we are. You see, Auggie, you were all worried about my notes, and here we are, having a perfectly intellectual conversation.
Well, I was worried about you acting black for the episode to pander to the African American community, a trademark of yours come February and early November when you need to tout Trump's numbers with the black demographic, who I might point out is the most racist, disingenuous human being to ever walk the planet.
And I quote, George W. Bush hates black people. Kanye West, September 2nd, 2005. Nearly made poor Michael Myers shit himself in front of the cameras. Fast forward, November 25th, 2022, and Ye's having dinner with Donald Trump and a very upstanding Nick Fuentes. If Ye doesn't speak for the black community, I don't know who does.
Kanye or Ye is a mentally unstable individual and I don't think is taken seriously by anyone any longer.
He was married to a Kardashian. If anyone knows anything about a black man, it's a Kardashian girl. Ergo, Trump loves black people. The logical reasoning here is airtight as they come.
Rev, you care to sound off on this one?
Oh, hell no. I'm a black man in the South, Auggie. Last thing I need to do is be pissing off white folk in that whole MAGA scene. Snoop can live with them, so can I.
There you have it. Trump, a friend of the black man.
I don't think that's exactly what the Rev was saying, but
Face the facts, Auggie. You were wrong again, like always. Black people love Trump, and they love me. Now I suggest we all blaze that shit up and blast some G-Funk up in her.
It's been real, Ray.
okay, we got a couple minutes here before we wrap things up, and maybe before we let the good Rev go, he'll indulge me on a few more items on your list here. And honestly, if they are insensitive or not.
Fine by me, Rev. You have any issues?
I have a few more minutes. What you got, Auggie?
Okay, here's another brainbuster from Ray's notes. Black folks know their way around a ball. Clearly a racist statement.
How is that racist? Have you seen the NBA or NFL?
What about soccer?
Soccer is not a real sport, Auggie. We're talking strictly American here.
Rev, your thoughts?
I'd say perpetuating a stereotype, but not racist per se. I mean, y'all white folks like to wear mustaches and drive real fast in a circle. I have to admit, I sometimes call y'all Ricky Bobby. People just make generalizations.
Yes, wrong again, Auggie.
Guess I see your point, Rev. Thanks for weighing in. Okay, let's try another one. Watermelon?
Oh, that's racist. Very clear reference to a terrible part of our history and used in a derogatory manner towards black people.
Noted.
This next one just says, badonkadonk?
Again, probably more of a stereotype, but also a personal preference. Some people just like a little more junk in the trunk, and white girls don't always have that much going on their backsides. So cultural, yes. Racist, probably not.
Oh, Ray loves a nice juicy double.
Okay, I think that's all of them that I'm willing to say aloud anyways.
Read the last one, Auggie.
I absolutely will not.
It's all right, Auggie. If it helps Ray grow as a person or helps the community at large, open up a dialogue, just say it, get it out in the open.
Read it. Rev wants to hear it.
Okay, but these are Ray's words, not mine. It just says, black men equals man-sized manicotti.
I'm not sure I follow.
I believe he's referring to the common belief that African American males have a bigger, down there, they're usually bigger.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Auggie. I'm saying black guys have big dicks. It's very common knowledge and something I can't fathom anyone finding racist.
I was trying to be more tactful and not to mention deviate from you increasingly incorporating phallic discussions into our supposedly political radio show. Anyways, Rev, racist or not, or just feel free to not dignify Ray's teenage maturity with a response.
Well, like you said at the top of the show, Auggie, once you go black, you never go back. Now once you go white, that shit ain't right.
Oh, thank God. Let's take this caller.
How dare you?
Oh, God, this is gonna be
How
ugly.
dare you have a Black History Month episode and not let me be a part of it? Like you two white morons know anything about black people. I thought I was a full co-host of this show. I won that competition fair and square, and I should be a part of this call. Hulu should be ashamed of themselves, putting such smut like kitsch on their Black History Month again and still doing it after our outcries. We will not stand for it any longer. Will Smith's lucky he had Jada Pinkett Smith around the whole time. Warrior Princess. And another thing? You're talking about black men having big wieners? You don't know anything about it. I've dated so many different black men. You have no idea. They could be small, they could be misshapen, a little bit to the left, to the right. You don't know anything about it. So why would you say that? It's racist. You're just a bunch of ignorant white people.
And goodbye.
The Reckless Ray. Power Hour.
Damn, that white bitch be tripping.